glamour is like how you feel about yourself and how you want to be perceived in the world. It's not if people think, oh, it's a glamour is fake, or I don't look at it that way. I just look at it as being the most you that you are. And if that by relaxing your facial muscles and relaxing your shoulders and your skin feels not tight and it doesn't hurt, you can be the you that's already there, but so that's what I feel like glamour is, I guess.
I know that in my own experiences, when I get there, you pick up on it right away. You don't press for information. You just let the client settle in, and the release and that encouragement that, hey, if tears come, let them come, and just relax into this is so much more beyond the skin's care itself. It's a beautiful, safe haven.
Hi, I am Donna McDine, and welcome to the Energy of Serenity podcast. Here we unleash empowerment through the power of the word. Join me and my guests as we share stories, tools, and insights to help you feel grounded and aligned. Let's dive in.
So welcome. This is Donna McDine of the Energy Serenity podcast, and I'm honored and delighted to have Melissa Conklin here today, esthetician. Just amazing. And her custom-made jewelry that she makes for the LightClub Curiosity Shop in Warwick, New York. Not only does Melissa do skincare, she has her own line. So Melissa, welcome.
Thank you so much, Donna. Oh my God, you always, I don't know, I always want to cry. You make me feel so good. Cry with joy. Yeah, and to hear my name, when you say my name, this is just a quick thing. I just recently took my maiden name back, and it's just so nice to hear Melissa Conklin. So thank you for that.
Yay, bravo.
Yeah,
bravo.
Big deal.
So I am the recipient of several of your facials, and I have to say your facials are beyond skincare. It's a truly uplifting energy feeling and healing from head to toe. And the products that you use, I understand many of them you create your own. So I would love for you to share with the listeners today the name that you go under for your business and these beautiful products for skincare that you have created.
Okay, so the name it is a mouthful. It's Glamour Galchemy, and it's all about bringing balance and calming to the skin, because there's a million treatments out there that you can get. You can use any different product, but if you don't bring balance to your skin, nothing's going to work. So and being an esthetician for I guess almost 15 years now.
Wow.
I've tried every different product, expensive, all the things. And I was like, we need to do something that's just simple, because if you give people a lot of steps too, they're not going to do it, including myself.
Yeah, it's not happening.
Yeah. So my esthetician practice is upstairs from LightClub in Warwick, New York. And I collaborated with Melissa Soma, and we came up with together just a few simple products, but the main ingredient is blue tansy. Yeah. So we have a oil-based serum, we have a water-based serum. They both pretty much do the same thing, but it's really just like your preference of whether you like oil or your skin type. And blue tansy is just like, it's just a wonderful, wonderful ingredient. It's antibacterial. It's anti-inflammatory. It's very hydrating. It helps with the skin cell turnover. So it just like ticks all the boxes. Yeah. And the scent actually for blue tansy is actually great for anti-anxiety. So, and I didn't even know that. So it's
I did not know that.
Isn't that cool?
I'm a user of your products, and I did not realize that. So thank you for teaching that to me tonight.
Yes. Yeah. So that's so I can feel good about that. So I use a blend of our products. We also have a cleansing oil too. Which is, don't be afraid of cleansing oils. The base of this is moringa oil, which again is calming and soothing, and actually very good for your skin, even just as a moisturizer. Um, and then what else? So yeah, so Melissa and I came together and picked the ingredients, and why not, right? We've gotten a really great response. It's really all I use now for myself. I don't use an eye cream. I don't use a neck cream. Just these two and the cleansing oil, and my skin is really, really happy.
Yes.
So it's been very exciting.
And I can really attest to that. And what I love about the ingredients that you put in there, because sometimes you'll get a product that you're really excited about using, but then the smell of the product just doesn't soothe
Yeah,
you, and it
right.
irritates just your smell. And
Mm-hmm.
what I love, that the ingredients that you put in this, yes, there's a fragrance to it, but there's not a strong
No,
feeling to
no,
it. So you don't feel like you're breathing it in all day. And
right.
you don't feel a heaviness on your skin.
No,
Because
not at all.
forever, I have never worn foundation. I'm just very light on the skin. So to have a product that does so much without the heaviness, because
Yeah.
back as a 16-year-old, you think more product, the better.
Right, right,
And
right.
it's
Stridex,
so
try it out.
right.
Noxema. Yeah.
Right. And it's so the opposite. So when you were selecting the ingredients in it, what type of intentions did you put forth to really procure this beautiful product line that you have?
I wanted to make something that, like I said, ticked all the boxes so that it was something simple. And I wanted it to be affordable to anybody. And the whole idea of the calming of your skin. Because 9 out of 10 people that have a problem with their skin, it's because it's angry because of using the wrong products or too harsh of products. So yeah, and I wanted a little bit of control over what I was using in the treatment room.
Right. And
So
that's a beautiful aspect, because with you having your beautiful sanctuary upstairs of the LightClub Curiosity Shop, it's this for listeners that are not familiar, when you come into the LightClub Curiosity Shop, there's a beautiful center staircase. And when you go up there, that is where events are held and classes, but then there's a private room that it's the energy healing room, it's the esthetician room, and the magic that truly goes on in there. Because the
yeah,
moment you step up those stairs, you know you're being well taken care of. And it's a
thank you.
beautiful one on one time. You don't even hear customers in the store downstairs because it's so tucked away upstairs. And it's just a beautiful, rejuvenating sanctuary. And
Thank you.
you have to experience it to really fully understand. But because of Melissa's loving touch that she puts into everything that she does, from how she has the space set up to how she starts your session and facilitates it and ends it, there's loving grace in it the whole time. Um, I know in my own experience, the words that you choose are so intentional when you're with your clients. And I'd like you to explain to those that are listening what that means for you, where you pay attention to how that individual may be feeling when they come in the room, and how you really want to give them their safe haven and their peace while they're
Mhm.
there.
Well, the first thing I always do when somebody comes, I thank them for I tell them how proud I am of them for carving out just 45 minutes, an hour just for themselves.
Oh,
And
yes.
you can that's I know that time is so precious, right?
Mhm.
Um, and right now there's so much going on in the world, and we're just like in this fight or flight mode, and for you to take that step and walk through my door, I just want to say good for you, and then once they come in, I tell them again, this is your time, and I want them to just relax and let any type of worry or anything that's the crazy carnival in your head, any negative thoughts, I'll give them maybe a rose quartz, and we'll put it on their chest, or if they're comfortable to hold it in their hand. And then I just have them do some deep breaths and just start to send any of those thoughts just right into that crystal. And I'll take care of that for you later. Like we'll you're not going to take that with you when you leave, and that's how we usually start off. And it takes a good maybe 5 or 10 minutes for people to really start to relax. But I just intuitively try to figure out what is the best way for each individual client to help them get to that point.
That's beautiful. I love the aspect that you bring crystal healing into your sessions as well, because
Yeah.
it gives someone that's lying there, especially if they've never experienced the facial before. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it's
They're
intimate.
nervous. It is
You're up
very
around
intimate.
their face and their
Mm-hmm.
shoulders, and to really give them that sense of clarity and purpose that they can really put their thoughts into that
Mm-hmm.
crystal, and that you'll take that from them later so
Right.
that they can just release it. And that's
Mm-hmm.
just such a beautiful process, because it quiets our mind down by doing that, and that they're
Mm-hmm.
worthy of quieting their minds down.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
bravo to you, how you applaud your clients for coming in and providing the self-care. I mean, we'd be so quick to give a friend of ours a gift certificate to your place, and then you
Yeah.
completely forget about doing it for yourself. And then you
Oh,
wonder
yeah.
why
I'm
you're
totally
so
guilty of
wound
that
up.
myself. Yeah. Yep.
So, in your journey for the last 15 years, what does glamour mean to you? Has it changed from when you
Oh
first
my,
started to where you are
yes.
now?
Yes, absolutely. So I don't look at glamour like Kardashian glamour or any of that, because I'm far from any of that. Being in the beauty industry, it's really can mess with your head,
Yeah.
comparing yourself to others. Like I went to skin school because um well, I was in a really bad marriage and a bad place, and I felt awful. And I went to the Bobby Brown counter in Lord and Taylor, and they gave me a makeover, and I felt like myself again. Like I felt good, and I was like, I want to do this for other people. And I thought that's what I was going to do. But anyway, long story short, um, that's the whole idea. Well, so what does glamour mean to me? So yeah, I don't know where I read this, but they said uh beauty is, but glamour does. So beauty is like, we want to look a certain way, we want to the way society wants us to look, but glamour is like how you feel about yourself and how you want to be perceived in the world. And it's not like it's not like people think, oh, it's a glamour is fake, or it's I don't look at it that way. I just look at it as being the most you that you are. And if that and by relaxing your facial muscles and relaxing your shoulders, and your skin feels not tight and it doesn't hurt, like you can be the you that's already there. But so that's what I feel like glamour is, I
That's
guess.
beautiful, because I know that in my own experiences, it's odd how our journeys come together.
Hmm.
And I know the times I've come for my facials with you, it always ends up being a time in my life where it's almost like the most crazy, the most
Yeah.
stressful.
Hmm.
And when I get there, you pick up on it right away. You don't press for information. You just let the client settle in, and the release and
Hmm.
that encouragement that, hey, if tears come, let them come, and just relax into this, is so much more beyond the skin's care itself. It's a beautiful,
Yeah.
safe haven
Yeah.
where you just feel like you're really being taken care of without your to-do list ticking away at you
Yeah.
the whole time. And it's
Yeah.
such a beautiful feeling to it. And I love what you have created as well with your intentional jewelry that you create. I'm have
Thank
several
you.
pieces myself, and they're just, each one is so unique, and such
Thank
loving
you.
intention is put into that. What sparked you into becoming a jewelry designer?
Well, I was I was offering, this is a crazy story, but I was offering spray tans at one point about 3 years ago, and I was listening to a podcast on spray tans, and they had somebody on that talked about permanent jewelry and how you can make all this money on top. People come in and you could, I was like, oh, that's interesting. So I started investigating that. Then that led me down another rabbit hole of, because the laser to make a permanent bracelet was out of my budget at the time. And there was somebody who was saying, oh, you can wire wrap a permanent bracelet. And I was like, what's this all about?
Right.
That's what started it. And my son was going away to college, and I was getting that, like, so anxious about that.
Yeah.
And it was the first, like, I picked up some wire and some beads, and that was the first, like, little side hobby thing that I stuck with, and just kept it just all my, it was my meditation. It was like everything. And so I would just, like, for the first year that he was away at school, um, I just made jewelry every night and ate gummy bears. Like, that was my therapy. And then I just thoroughly enjoy it. And I, like, anytime somebody goes over to my case and they're like, oh, what is that? I'm like, it gives me such joy. And then when I see somebody wearing something, it's like, wow.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just love it. So now I just want to combine, instead of trying to be like every other Instagram person, these days of social media, like, if you're an esthetician, you have to have your brand and you have to do this and
Right.
that. So I've been wrestling with that. And then finally I'm like, I'm not like anybody else. Like, I do this and I do this. And I also, I work in the shop as well, which I totally enjoy. Like, so it's a Glamour Galchemy is a whole package, and that's okay. Um,
Absolutely.
and
And I
that's
love
what
that
my
you
brand is.
touched on that we don't need to just be in one lane. If we have
No.
a desire for other interests, other expansions that we want to do, and intertwining it so beautifully and
Right.
balancing that, it makes you a rounder person. Because
Mm-hmm.
oftentimes society is teaching us you have to work that 9 to 5 job, you Monday through Friday, you have to do the grind, and this is what is
Mm-hmm.
expected of you. But when you really start to quiet your mind and listen to what's being told to you, not
Mm-hmm.
from outside sources, from your heart and from spirit, because once
Yeah.
you quiet your mind, whether you go into prayer or meditation or journaling, such
Mm-hmm.
clarity is brought forth.
It's so
And
true.
and
Yeah.
the creations that you're creating with your beautiful jewelry line is amazing. And one piece is different from the next.
Oh
It's
yeah. And I
not
can't even, I probably couldn't even do it again. Like, I don't, it's done. And then I don't know. I wouldn't be able to do it again.
so
But it is so true. Yeah.
yeah,
Listening to.
yeah, right.
Mhm.
And your process when you're doing your jewelry, do do you know what you're going to create first before
I
you
have an
even sit down, or do you just go with the flow on it?
that's what it's taught me, to go with the flow, because I'll have an idea, and then sometimes the wire or the metal that you're working with has a mind of its own that day, and it's just not going the way you want. And then I just have to remember, just work with the wire, and then all of a sudden something happens, and it's like,
Wow,
okay, that's pretty cool. And that's just gives me a great feeling too.
that's
Um,
amazing. I
and I
love
love
that.
the way, like, metal is kind of like water. Like, it's metal, but it flows. Like, you have to
Okay.
kind of manipulate it, and yeah, it's a lot of give and take to it and stuff.
That's beautiful. I love that analogy that it's like water
That's
because
what
you're
I am always
able
thinking. Yeah.
that's fantastic. That is
Yeah.
fantastic.
Thanks.
So on your particular day when you have clients,
Hmm.
you're obviously not working in the light club at that time.
Right.
When you're meeting with clients, do you have a sense as when they're entering the room as to what you really should be focusing on for them and what of your products you should be using on them? Do you have them complete a questionnaire ahead of time, or is it more conversational?
It's more conversational. I tried the questionnaire thing. It just doesn't work for me. And it's really not until they're on the table and I have their head in my hands that I can really know what's happening and where I want to go
Right.
with their skin. And after a skin analysis too, of course. But yeah, it's really until they're right here
Yeah.
that's when I start thinking.
Right. So when someone's laying on the table, their face up, obviously, and you're holding their head in your hands,
Mhm.
and do you start examining their skin, or do you go into a meditative state first to see if there's any messages that are coming through for you? How does that work for you?
It's funny that you asked that. First, I do just inspect their I analyze their skin and talk to them about what their lifestyle is like and how their skin feels throughout the day and what types of products they use and that type of thing. And then I start my cleanse, and I start my cleanse always with the oil cleanser, which is very relaxing. It's a
Hmm.
very to kind of just sets the tone for both of us. And then I actually ask spirit, and I ask for like the I call it the rose energy. I don't know if that's right or not, but I just channel pink energy to come through. And then after that, it's I that's all I do. I ask for that. And then usually the cleanse, and then I do like some sort of exfoliation, and I have to kind of pay attention in that part, whether it's manual or chemical exfoliation. But then after that, once I change the lighting, I dim the lights, I don't know what's going to happen. Like, I don't know, the massage is all intuitive. It's all intuitive touch
Okay.
where they need releasing. Um, and then then the next thing I do a mask, and it's a channeled facial. I never thought of it that way, but it is.
True,
Yeah.
and it's until you experience it, listening audience, it's like no other, and
And I'm
it's
constantly sending love and
yes,
appreciation and letting the client know how much they are loved. I'm not saying it, but that's what I'm putting
yeah,
into that
and
whole
it's
session.
deeply felt. It's deeply felt throughout the whole session because
That makes me
what
happy.
you've created there is this beautiful sanctuary of a woman raising up another woman.
That's it.
And it's just an amazing, and especially in the world that we're living in with so much going on,
Hmm.
media 24/7, social media, the new everything,
Yeah.
working, raising a family,
Too
taking care of
much.
a home. It's a lot going on. And I
Yeah.
really love the aspect that you give your clients permission to know that they're worthy
Hmm.
of that time and that
Hmm.
it's not selfish for them to be doing that. It's
No.
just, it's a beautiful gift. Beautiful
Thank you.
gift.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So, for
It,
those that are listening, what is the one takeaway you would love for them to know about you, the Glamour Glaucony?
um, let's see.
I'm putting you
That
on the hot
you
seat.
are, you are. That I that this I have created. This is a very sacred space. Um, I want women and people to know that they are worth um stopping for a minute and taking care of themselves, and that they have to fill their cup so that we can fill others' cups.
Yeah.
Like, um, I am a this I call it the no judgment zone. I've seen it all. Like, people apologize because they have a pimple or they have a chin hair. No, 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 no. None of that matters here. Like, this is just a place for you to and then be ready to take on the world. Like, because it's rough out there. It's rough. Um And we all need help sometimes with that, including myself. I have a gift certificate to get a facial that I got for my birthday in September. Have I made the appointment yet? No, but I'm going to do it today.
Well, now that I know that you have it, I'll be contacting you. Have
Yes,
you
we're
gone
all
yet?
guilty of it, you know?
So in most of our conversation, I focused on women. Do you have male clients?
I do have a few. Yeah. It's funny. My first couple of facials that I did were on men. My uncle was the first person to, do practice on me at home. I had like all this stuff. My father, same thing. So there was two men. And then my first client at skin school in the clinic was this old captain of the Navy whose wife got him a gift certificate and he didn't want to be there. And he was like, "Meh." And it was the best experience. So, but I do have a few, yeah, that come in.
That's fantastic.
And they love it. They love it. I mean,
that's great.
Who
So
wouldn't?
the men that are listening to this episode, don't forget about your self-care.
That's right. That's right.
So with that, Melissa, what is the best way for the listeners to connect with you?
I have a website and I have my phone number, glamgalchemy@glossgenius.com.
And it'll be included in the episode's notes too. So
yeah. But also my phone number is my cell phone. People text me all the time. That's the easiest way to get me and to make an appointment. You know, you could do it online too. But even if you just text me and say, "Hey,
and what is your cell phone number?
Oh, it's 845-541-6733.
Excellent. Excellent. So all that information will be in the interview notes when this gets posted. And I want to thank you so much.
I thank you. And I'm so proud of you. And you just inspire me. I don't know if you know how much, like you.
Thank you.
Yeah, really, you're doing wonderful things. And I'm loving watching you expand and expand your light into this world because you're amazing.
And to you, my friend, I feel the same way. We're innately connected and it's amazing, amazing. So blessed be to you.
Blessed
and
be, sister.
Can't wait to see the next steps in your beautiful journey.
Same. Back at you, sister. All right. Love you.
Thank you for joining me on Energy is Serenity. I appreciate you taking the time to explore the power of the word, mindfulness, and calming practices with me. If today's episode resonated, please subscribe and consider leaving a review. Until next time, may your energy be serene and your words be empowered. Namaste.